Do you ever feel like your emotions are a roller coaster you can't get off? One minute you're up, the next you're spiraling down, and it feels like the whole world is caving in. What if I told you that you have the power to not just survive these moments, but to become unshakably strong because of them? Today, I want to share a story that completely changed how I see emotional strength, and I promise, it is not about suppressing your feelings or pretending you re-okay when you re-not. It's about something much deeper, and it starts with a simple donkey. There's an old story about a farmer and his donkey. One day, the donkey accidentally fell into a deep, dry well. The farmer heard its cries and rushed over, but after assessing the situation, he realized there was no way to get the donkey out. The well was too deep, the donkey was old, and it just wasn't worth the effort. So, with a heavy heart, he made a difficult decision. He would bury the donkey in the well. He called his neighbors, and they all started shoveling dirt into the well. At first, the donkey was terrified. Dirt was raining down on its back, and it panicked, crying out even louder. But then, something amazing happened. As each shovel of dirt landed on its back, the donkey had a realization. It could either stand there and be buried alive, or it could do something. So, with every scoop of dirt, it would shake it off its back and take a step up. Shake it off, step up, shake it off, step up. The farmers kept shoveling, completely unaware of what was happening below. They thought they were burying the donkey, but in reality, they were giving it the very means to save itself. With each layer of dirt, the donkey rose higher and higher. It was exhausting, it was frightening, but it kept going. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, the donkey was high enough to simply step out of the well and walk away. Now let's pause here. When I first heard this story, it hit me like a ton of bricks. How often do we feel like life is shoveling dirt on us? A failed project, a painful breakup, a financial setback, a harsh criticism. It feels like we're being buried. Our natural instinct is to panic, to cry out, to feel helpless, just like the donkey did at first. We see the dirt as the problem, the thing that's going to end us. But what if we could change our perspective? What if every challenge, every setback, every piece of dirt thrown our way is actually a stepping stone? This is the first and most powerful secret to emotional strength, reframing your challenges. The dirt isn't there to bury you, it's there to build you up. The pain, the rejection, the failure, it all contains a lesson. It all has the potential to make you stronger, wiser, and more resilient. So, how do we do this in real life? It starts with a conscious choice. When something bad happens, allow yourself to feel the initial sting. It's okay to be sad, angry, or scared, but don't stay there. After that initial emotion, ask yourself a different question. Instead of, why is this happening to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? Think about a time you faced a major setback. Maybe you didn't get the job you wanted. The initial feeling is rejection, right? The dirt. But if you shake it off and step up, you might realize the interview process showed you a weakness you can now improve. Maybe the rejection pushed you toward an even better opportunity you wouldn't have considered otherwise. That rejection wasn't a burial, it was a redirection. That's you, shaking off the dirt and taking a step up. The second key lesson from our friend the donkey is the power of small, consistent actions. The donkey didn't leap out of the well in a single bound. It took one small step at a time. Shake it off, step up, over and over again. Emotional strength isn't built overnight. It's not a grand, heroic act. It's the sum of thousands of tiny decisions we make every day. It's the decision to get out of bed when you feel overwhelmed. It's choosing to go for a walk instead of staying inside with your negative thoughts. It's the choice to reread an email and look for constructive feedback instead of just feeling the criticism. It's saying, I can handle this, instead of, I can't do this. Each one of these is a shake it off, step up moment. They seem small and insignificant on their own, but compounded over time, they build the foundation of incredible resilience. You are literally building a new pathway in your brain every time you choose a constructive action over a destructive reaction. This brings me to the third secret. You control your reaction. The farmers were shoveling dirt. That was an external event the donkey could not control. But the donkey could control what it did with the dirt. It could stand there and be buried, or it could use it to its advantage. So much of our emotional suffering comes from trying to control things that are completely outside of our control. Other people's opinions, unexpected events, the past. Emotional strength is recognizing the difference between what you can control and what you can't. You can't control if someone is rude to you, but you can control whether you let their rudeness ruin your day. You can't control a sudden economic downturn, but you can control how you adapt, learn new skills, and manage your finances. Your power doesn't lie in preventing the dirt from being thrown. Your power lies in your response. When you focus your energy on your response, your actions, your attitude, your mindset, you take your power back. You stop being a victim of your circumstances and become the architect of your life. This is the essence of what it means to be emotionally strong. It's not about having no problems. It's about knowing that no matter what problem comes your way, you have the inner resources to handle it. You know how to shake it off and step up. So, let's bring it all together. First, reframe your challenges. See the dirt not as a grave, but as a stepping stone. Ask what you can learn and how you can grow. Second, focus on small, consistent actions. One step at a time. Celebrate the small wins because they add up to a mountain of strength. And third, take radical responsibility for your reactions. Focus your energy only on what you can control. The next time you feel like life is burying you, I want you to remember that donkey. Picture the dirt falling, and then picture yourself shaking it off and taking a step up. Every problem you overcome lifts you higher. Every challenge you face makes you stronger. You are not being buried. You are being given the chance to rise. This journey isn't always easy. There will be days when you feel too tired to shake the dirt off. On those days, be kind to yourself. Rest, but don't give up. Remember that emotional strength is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. The most important thing is that you keep trying, keep shaking, and keep stepping. Before you know it, you'll look back and realize you've climbed out of a well you once thought would be your end. You'll be standing in the light, stronger and more capable than you ever imagined. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this story resonated with you, let me know in the comments. And if you want more content on building a stronger, more resilient you, make sure to like and subscribe. You've got this. Keep stepping up.